Yeah. It's your boy Triple Black, aka the number one stunner, aka the boss, aka black coffee, licorice, and charcoal. All black, bitch. You already know what it is, nigga. What's going on, man? Uh-huh. Anyways, man, what's going on, man? I was supposed to do a show, but shit, things happen. So what's happening? What's happening, man? Man, shout out to the whole Macosphere, the Manosphere, the woman sphere, the Pander sphere, the all the spheres, man. Hey, man, it's Friday. Shit, I'm feeling good, feeling good. Got a good weekend, man. I had my little man yesterday, my little man growing like a weed. You feel me? Hey, man, I was peaceful yesterday, man. Everything was good. Everything was peaceful. Shit, I can't even tell. Am I Borging? Am I Borging? I might be Borging. I don't even know. Hold up. Anyways, man, let me check out the thing, make sure I'm not Borging, because the powers that be trying to hate on our nerve. They be trying to hate on our nigga. They want to make sure that nigga ain't ain't my shit ain't can't get right. But No Cupcake Zone podcast, you already know what it is, man. You already know what the grind is. A truth teller. Yeah, yeah. Truth teller. We in the building. Anyways, man. Man, shout out to Sir Ism, man. I was just on listening to his stream and shit like that, man. I wanted to come up here and chop it up a little bit. Um, you know, trigger the algorithm a little bit. And one of the things I've heard a lot, man, just been listening to some of the content creators and stuff like that, just in the different things, and even with the smaller YouTubers, you know you be hearing a lot of their stuff be regurgitated, man. By the bigger YouTubers and stuff like that. So they listening, man. They listening, man. Shout out to DJ Kuda. Shout out to Platinum. Shout out to those cats and stuff like that, giving game to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like um, you know, uh, the type of thing that they serve is more like a specialty shop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes to the big flea markets and the supermarkets and stuff like that. They serve. They're more like a specialty thing, like Whole Foods or something like that. They be giving you the game raw to the game. But anyways, the topic, man, is the panders and their whores, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm not disparaging, but one of the things I do see, man, is a lot of pandering going on, man. There's a lot of pander spear people. There's a lot of people that pander and placate and stuff like that. And I get it. I get it. You're content creators. You got a strategy, and I've been in marketing, so I can kind of look at it from a strategic standpoint. But the thing is sometimes it gets a little bit too deep, and that's why you have a lot of conflict a lot of times on these panels and stuff like that, because you got so many people that are clicked up and they want to paint a narrative, and they kind of stick to the narrative. It's like a herd mentality. You feel me? And it happens all the time. It happens all the time, and they're trying to diagnose sometimes why all these battles and stuff like that get get done on these panels, is because you got all these clicks, and then this foolishness comes up because you got all these clicks. You got certain people that pander or placate to certain information, which is okay. But um sometimes it causes a lot of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sheila E. Shout out to Sheila E. Something just came, like Sheila E. Her panel, I saw the other day. There was a lot of drama, and there's been ongoing drama on there because again, people get clicked up. People get clicked up. With somebody like Trooper Black, when I come in there, I go at it everybody. I have no friends. I mean, I got people I'm cool with, people I respect, but you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna say something out of pocket, you're gonna get the whole thing, and you already know what it is. And you can ask anybody, shit, I go to anybody, anybody and everybody. And they say, you might be you're a contrarian or whatever. Fuck that. No, I march to a beat of my own drum. I march the beat to my own drum. You know what I'm saying? I do my own thing. I don't listen to nobody. You can't tell me nothing, man. Hey, I'm that Kanye song. You can't tell me nothing. Now, do we agree on a lot of things? Yeah, shit. But I ain't finna sit here and kiss nobody's ass. I ain't finna go in and pander to anybody. No audience or anything like that. You get the whole fucking thing. That's why it's called No Cupcake Zone. No Cupcake Zone stands in the meaning of no cupcake. Shit ain't sweet. Shit ain't fucking sweet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be sugar coated. It's gonna be straight up and down. You feel me? So, anyways, man. Um, um, I was thinking, man. You know, um, I was on the Concrete Rose them thing, man. Shout out to her and sister George. But they provide some good content. One the thing about them is they can, I think, what they do a little bit different than a lot of other people is they structure the show um, in a way, and they have like a topic, and those two kind of control the topic, and they kind of control the narrative of the show, and and if you go on there, you get out of line, you're gonna get it ain't no damn free for all. You're gonna get some straightening. You know what I'm saying? Either by the host and stuff like that, and I think that's one of the reasons why their content is so good is they're willing to put um, uncomfortable topics up too, and they kind of control the show. So I'll give those ladies, they're just due, and but there are also some, there's some conflict there too. But you know what? There's not so much. They don't have their group of Pander Bears. You know what I'm saying? Pander Bears that's stay up on their panel the whole time and pander to their every uh, fuck shit and all this type of shit. So I think that runs a little bit deeper, whatever. But the thing about the marketing, a lot of people are using. I mean, and the reason I brought up this topic, they're losing a lot of growth revenue, because the thing about it is, in the reason why some of these guys and some of these women pander to certain audience, that's because that's what they know how to do. They don't know how to look at things from a different perspective, a different marketing perspective. Um, they're just using, you know, their their I mean, their agreeable skills to really, to kind of keep people coming, and they're not. There's a lot of other things that you can have at your disposal that will keep people coming and keep people engaged. And that's one of the like, for instance, Fresh and Fit does a great job of being able to, they kept an audience, and they kept a core audience because they were able to sell them other things except just delusion and things like that. That's one of the differences between those type of content creators and other that's what sets them apart. They have courses, they have merchandise, they have all those things which are sticky products, you know what I'm saying, that you can stick to your audience and keep them coming back. um and the thing, what the strategy a lot of the Manosphere people are using, and the reason why that they get so much conflict is they're not really, keeping those audience members engaged in other ways. They might get them to subscribe, send them super chats, and do all that, but that's very inconsistent. Um, Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, King Maya, Belize, man? Belizean Bang, aka Belizean Bang. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, brother, man. I haven't seen you come through the thing in a while, man. But anyways, um, yeah. you can take a lesson to, I'm glad that you came. You reminded me of somebody that does he did a masterful job of that. He did a masterful job of that. And plus he was able for years and years and years and years able to create, an audience and keep an audience engaged through other means. It's just not one-sided, like every day that you're coming up on there and you're coming up with a topic and you're getting super chats and doing all this type of things. He was keeping audience engaged through many different things, and people should really look at him. I might not like his content like 100%, but the man is very, very effective at what he do. Tariq Nasheed not only had merchandise, he had a documentary, he had music, he had all these different engagement tools, to be able to keep an audience. He had all these like these, and now he's like a machine. Anytime he goes live, people are going to send him money, people are going to send him super chats, people are going to buy his products and all this type of stuff. Uh, and and the thing about it and I don't think enough content creators are doing that. They're not doing that. Talking about these bozos, but they're not doing that. I remember one time I went on a panel and I was trying to talk about how like these guys were sitting there talking about equipment and stuff, right? And I was just like, why you don't have he's still a Caribbean hater. I was like, why don't you have like Amazon links, to the products that you're talking about every time you, and it just got passed over. It was just got passed over. Nobody was thinking about that. Uh, even but that's why he was able to keep an audience and keep that uh that uh that what do you call it? The merch, like the merchandise and everything like that. That way he didn't have to he didn't have to have every show pandering. He does pander, to a certain audience like the ADOS, but he switches sides all the time. He switches sides all the time. But he's able to keep his audience engaged through other means. Even if people don't like his live streams, they like his products. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they may not necessarily like. He made a freaking album called was it Mink Slide or some shit? He had like two of them, and they actually charted. You know, and that shit is funny as hell. But he was able to pull that off, and I'll give him his genius. Pander the White Zaddy. And I'll give him like, but he's genius for it, because he's like he comes up with all these different things that keeps his audience engaged in a different way, like conferences, all of these things, because people want to be a part of something. And the reason I brought this whole subject up about pandering and stuff like that is just it doesn't it's the short-term little fix that you get, through super chats and stuff like that, because people are fickle. People are gonna get they're gonna they're going to they're going to they're gonna wear out their audience, and instead of like focusing on build like what's happening, they're not controlling their audience. They're not controlling their audience, especially when they open up these panels. Most of these panels are little cliques. You're supposed to be the alpha, or whatever. You're supposed to build a tribe that follows you, and then you're supposed to the one guy the other day, man, was telling it like you almost have to be a servant, to your tribe. You got to be like a leader. And the thing is you got to provide the leadership to the tribe for them to be effective, or to be successful. So if you're just dealing with a whole bunch of little cliques and stuff like that, you're not really doing nothing. All you're doing is arguing. You're arguing. Sure, it's fun, for them or whatever, to come up there and argue, but they're not going to take, they're going, but sooner or later they're going to get mad and they're going to leave your thing. So you don't really have them engaged in any other way. You don't have them engaged in activities and things like that. One thing that like Bernard Riley, him, that with the conference and stuff like that, you see how much engagement, even though I don't even think it happened, how much engagement that had for their audience. And you know what? That is those type of things make people stick around. Um, like for instance, like you go it's I mean, the game is supposed to be sold, not told. You can tell people all you want to, you can shame people all you want to, unless you're selling them something. And because the thing is if they're not buying nothing, they're not perceiving you um, as bringing value. And what you got to do is you got to bring that value. You got to bring that brand. You got to sell your platform. You got to get them hooked. You got to get them buying merch. That way you'll have their email. That way you have they'll have your notifications. They'll have your newsletters and all this type of stuff. It takes a lot of work. You have a team going for you. So um, that's my little rant. But anyways, man, what's going on, man? What's going on? It's like little gangs, you hear me? Yeah. No, I mean, like even like Kevin Samuels, I think he's only cracked the surface. He could be doing a lot more things through his brand. The thing about it is you got to be able to build other algorithms, basically hustling people. No, 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 no. The thing is you got to build other algorithms, because what the mistake I think some of these content creators do is they kind of try to build everything based on their YouTube and their little their streams and things like that, and they're not thinking about the bigger picture. you know um you got to be able to have other you got to be able to diversify. You can't just lean on super chats and cash apps, because at any time YouTube can come in there and restrict it and take it away. You got to be able to build like an algorithm, like say on like on Amazon, like Amazon. KS use tethers. Yeah, he does. He does. He does. He uses tethers, but you got to be able to um, have other methods. Like for instance, if you're talking about like suits or something like that, you should be able to find. I mean, you should be able to find the suits that you're talking about. You can't just be talking about it. If you're talking about microphones and things like that, you should be able. If you're talking about mixers, you should be able to find a link to find those things to make it easier for for your audience member, your subscriber, or whatever. You should be able to build there's Shopify, and Shopify is an algorithm. You should have the Shopify store for things that you want. I mean that you like and promote. You should have a wish list. That's why like some of these Instagram thoughts and all those type of things. I don't know who builds them, but they're more socially. I mean they I think they understand the marketing part of it a little bit more, because they have wish lists. They have wish lists. You know what I'm saying? They have things that their subscribers and things like that send them, and that builds loyalty. That builds loyalty. When I was working at the bank, there were certain bankers that every Christmas, every holiday, man, their customers would be bringing them, gifts and things. I've had that happen to me a couple times, and well, a lot of times. But anyways, but it builds loyalty. It builds brand loyalty, and a lot of people, I think, in especially this manosphere space, are not focused on those type of things, and those things are very, very important. It's not just it's creating content; it's creating, building a tribe and leading a tribe. These high value men buy Poom Poom. I think everybody buys Poom Poom in a certain aspect. I mean, Poom Poom now. I mean it's free, I guess, but the Poom Poom that most people want, there's some type of price attached to it. It's not necessarily that you're paying for the Poom Poom. I'll give you an example. Like say for instance, if you want to build, if you want to get one of these Instagram models, you almost have to have a blue check. You almost have to have some type of clout. You gotta have some type of status and that to get that status, it does cost to get that status. So that's why I said it's you got to pay for the pom pom either way, man. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, man, it's been I hope I ain't boring. So still African and denied. Yeah, I got into uh I got into a verbal spat the other day on was it Sir Obadiah's. Man, you know what? This is the funny thing about my channel. My channel, for some reason, I don't know what it is, man. Um, they like to take the money in the pookie spit. Hey, for some reason, my my subscribership is jumping like a chat line. But my views are not that jumping at all. That's what the thing I don't get. I guess if they listen, they subscribe. It's quality over quantity. Even on my panels and shit. Um, Even on my panels and shit, like nobody comes up there. I can understand why they don't come up to fuck with your boy. Because hey, I'm a tough, I'm a tough guy. I'm a hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I bring that heat. I got like was it damn in the last couple of days, like subscribership. I was just like looking at, God dang, hold up. Um, you know what? Actually, I'm creeping up. I think I might hold on. Let me look at the whole time, the lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, yep, I passed it, man. I didn't even know I got to put that up. I got a big flex, big flex, big flex, big flex. I'm over 1 million views lifetime on YouTube. Over 1 million, man. Over a freaking million views, man. Hey. Granted, it's not like the commentary that it's mostly my old content for No Cupcake Zone podcast. But I'm over 1 million views. Over 1 million views for a lifetime. Some people have that in a month, so I'm pretty proud of that, man. I ain't finna fuck around. I ain't finna front. I ain't finna front. YouTube messes with your subs and views. Yeah, they do. They demonetize a lot of my stuff because my shit ain't soft, man. It's No Cupcake Zone. For a reason. You know, there's No Cupcake Zone for any. But I'm doing fine on when I transfer. It's just I haven't had chance to really transfer my information. I mean, like some of this content that I put on YouTube, especially these YouTube lives to my other platforms and stuff like that, which give me a better like Anchor and Spreaker and all this type of stuff. People do listen to that because when I put the right keywords, even though YouTube doesn't monetize it, those other people monetize it. I make a couple dollars on those. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. I'm not on YouTube for the for that anyways. I'm mostly on YouTube. A lot of times I just go on the panels because I'm bored at work, and I go argue with people. Yeah. I go argue with people. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Today been kind of a slow day, man. Slow day. But you know, I see, I see like these clicks and things like that, coming up every single day. And like and it's just like the YouTube is like one big ass click. Like one set of a bunch of clicks. Now you got like I've just seen like DJ Academics. DJ Academics is kind of um he's kind of rebranding himself in a way to because he's kind of latched on to like the Fresh and Fit guys. The Fresh and Fit. He basically, I think, he thought they were going to go down in a sunken ship, and then he realize they're not going to go down the sunken ship. So he's kind of like, I want to say latched on to him. Yeah, a little bit. He kind of a little bit latched on to him. Yeah, he latched on to him a little bit. Which is it's all good. He latched on to him a little bit. He latched on to him a little bit. Trying to, I don't want to say clout chase, but he realized that, this red pill content, a lot of people are going to gravitate towards it. So a lot of people going to gravitate towards it. So now he can kind of set up, because the thing is he already have most of the infrastructure set up for himself. He already got the infrastructure set up for himself. So he's got the infrastructure set up for himself, and now he can kind of he can take he can basically take stuff from the what do you call it, the Manosphere, and kind of mainstream it a little bit. And so he has a constant what do you call it, pipeline of content that he can kind of mainstream, so he's established himself in that that red pill algorithm. And now he has all these different things that he can kind of mainstream. And you see Kevin Samuels is doing that because he did an interview with Brittany Renner. Now let me tell you what academics is done. Academics is he'll realize they're much more money. He can get much more money doing the red pill shit instead of the music shit. Because kind of like now a lot of he's not like, by the time, like what him and Joe Buttons were doing, was it what is called what was it, I forgot that show, whatever show that was. Him and Joe Budden was already doing it. They were already doing it. But the thing about it is the information that they usually, by the time they get that information or report on it or talk about it, it's already been watered down. Same thing with Joe Budden show. It's already been watered down because you have all these different outlets. It's always been watered down. So what like somebody like academics has done, academics has kind of latched on to the red pill space, and he's basically a culture vulture, basically. Yeah. Shout out to Act. He's a culture vulture, kind of. So basically, all right. So you're gonna have the Manosphere talk about, like, because they talk about different things. Like I'll give you an example. They talk about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner is a hot topic on the Manosphere. Hot topic on the Manosphere, all over the algorithm. Just Brittany Renner this, Brittany Renner that, Brittany Renner this, Brittany Renner that, Brittany Renner this, Brittany Renner that. She's kind of like, the evil villain of the Manosphere. You had Jasmine Blue, the same thing. You had all these, these different ones, right? Now, with that said, you can have a whole week of people putting out those stories about them, and then talking about them on Instagram, blah blah blah. They've already, their name has already been out there. Now you have a DJ Academics gets an exclusive interview. And then he gets an exclusive interview. He gets whatever, and he's gonna get like 1 million views to 2 million views all day, every day. He can sit around and talk about like topics that are just in the Manosphere and mainstream it out. That's what he's doing. and I see what he was doing, and I don't blame him for doing that, because he knows that, first of all, the revenue generated from that is going to be a lot better for him, because it goes straight into his pocket. He already has the content. I mean, he already has an infrastructure. He already has the lines, the pipeline to just put out this information, and he doesn't really have to, he doesn't have to, submit to a corporate exec. He doesn't have like a platform that's controlling his content, so he can kind of do whatever he want to do, and that money's going right to him. That money's going straight to him. You know what I'm saying? He has Twitch. He has I don't know if he does Instagram, but he had all these different platforms, and he can just see, if he doesn't even have, like, he literally doesn't have to have a creative team. He doesn't have to create. He cut out the whole creative team. Like, what's that? What's that one freaking? God damn! The show that he was on with Joe Budden. Now he can just kind of almost just, if you have a trending topic, say like in the Manosphere or whatever, which a lot of men listen to, he can just take that topic, put a bunch of keywords, and boom, his story is going to be at the top. If he has a ratchet chick that everybody hates or says some out of pocket shit, boom, he can get right at the top. He can get the Brittany Renters. He can get, so he has a pipeline to them. And like, in the clique that he is part of now is like Myron them. Myron and Kevin Samuels used to be in that same thing. Now they're I already see what the strategy is. Because Kevin Samuels had an interview with Brittany Renner. So basically, they're gonna make academics, or try to make academics, like the pseudo Kevin Samuels. Basically, for that younger zillennial, millennial, well, not millennial, but the zillennial generations, because he's like their voice. Whenever he says anything, they listen. You know what I'm saying? They love that salacious stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he is part of that demographic that's really struggling with women. They're really struggling with women, and he is one of those guys that can really resonate with a lot of those guys that are really struggling. Like and that's how Fresh and Fit got famous, because they found a niche. They found a niche that's very effective, but somebody like Academics has a bigger platform, and he's recognized that niche is growing, and it's going to explode, especially in this pandemic, in this post-pandemic thing, because the internet has got bigger, social media has got bigger. He doesn't really need a network. You see what Kevin Samuels is doing. He doesn't really need like those bigger platforms, like like those TV companies and all this type of stuff to really sell your products, or to put out your content. You can put out your content free of any of that intervention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could probably get a pretty good deal from, like, say, Spotify, which you'll probably eventually go to one of those type places to put more sanitized content. But that content is going to be they clout rider each other. Yeah. But no, that content is going to be mainstream. And Academics is basically setting himself up to take, like, basically be the face of it. Fresh and Fit them, they'll be a part of it, but they won't be like the head guy. You know what I'm saying? They won't be the head guy. The only problem that I can see them running into is somebody like Myron, and I'm already prophesied. His ego is so big that I don't know how long he can play second fiddle to somebody like Academics, which is Academics is encroaching. Hold up. What the hell's going on? No, he ain't out there. Nah. Yeah, but no, somebody like Academics is definitely um encroaching on that whole thing, which for them is going to be a good thing, because he has the keys to a lot of the the rap industry and stuff like that, and they can kind of recycle that stuff. But the thing is sometimes like those guys don't know how to, especially like the people like those under 30 guys, they don't really know how to play, stay in their lane. They always want to outshine the master. That's why that was the whole thing. It's like they got in trouble earlier this year when they were trying to go out, who was it, preaching ABBA. They were trying to go out at preaching ABBA, and they should have just kind of stayed in their lane. You know what I'm saying? Stayed in their lane. And I doubt, because the thing is, this is the thing that's going to end up happening, and I'm already prophesizing it. That basically they're gonna get tired of handing the ball off to DJ Academics. They're gonna get tired of handing the ball off to DJ Academics. They're gonna think that they have bigger nuts than DJ Academics, and there's probably gonna be some type of fallout. Um, I can already see it. I can already see it because I was watching a show with Academics and Mike Rashid, and you can kind of almost see Academics because the thing is he has a bigger platform. He has way more clout than those guys, and you can kind of see him sunning them on their show, and you can kind of see Myron's body language, and he is very ego driven. And the thing about it is, I think he should just stay in his lane because all he's going to do is profit from it. But again, some of these young guys, they just don't know how to stay in their lane. They just don't know how to stay in their lane. They're always trying to outshine the master, and just it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen, man. But I think that some of the smaller content creators, and I think DJ Kuda even talked about it too, man, is you got to protect your content because even me, man, I like, listen, I've made so much content in the past, and I'll drop some content, right? And then next thing you know, some of the heavy hitters will be talking about the same shit, same shit. Sometimes they even say some of the keywords that I mean, some of the phrases I say, verbatim, but that's okay though. Um, it's okay. I made a show about was it narcissism, female narcissism, and damn, I seen a couple people talk about the same thing. They remixed it, but they were talking about the same thing, in that red pill shit. But it's gonna go mainstream though. That's the biggest thing. And you have like people, those culture vultures like DJ Academics, that's definitely going to take advantage of that. They're going to take advantage of it. They're going to profit off of it. I don't even know if Joe Buttons might even get in that space, but some heavy hitters are going to go in there and probably try to give what's the name them a big check. I wonder if they'll take it though. They probably will take it. Um, some type of network or something like that, maybe Spotify, um, Google Podcasts or something like that. But somebody's gonna come in there and give them a big check. Somebody need to give the realest on the Manosphere the big check, which is Triple Black, me. I need that big check. You feel me? I'm the realest in this bitch, man. But Belizean Bang, man, I gotta get you on the thing. We're gonna talk about your boy Tariq. Him and his war against your boy what's his face, Umar Johnson. I think that right there, for the winter, that might be a good battle because um, that we virtually forgot about that pro black space. That pro black space is it's kind of almost dead now. It's I know it's like Sinet of them when I get a mic. Yeah, I know Sinet of them are still going on, but I don't really see, that much, it's like Tariq and everybody else. Ever since that Brother Polite thing went down, I mean, it's pretty much, I think it's, I mean, I haven't seen too much, man. I haven't really seen too much. Even on the, I haven't really seen the level up chicks, man. Ever since like some of those, uh, those whores got caught scamming. Those whores. You little whores. You little whores. You little whores. But anyways, yeah, man. Yeah, ever since the Polite scandal, yeah, I haven't seen none of them, man. I haven't seen any of them. I haven't really seen any of them. They just kind of like dropped off the face of this map, man. Um, yeah, Polite and Sonetta, I ain't really seen them that much. Um, I wonder what happened. I still don't even know what's going on. And then they had the like the whole was it young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh got taken down, or I don't know whatever happened to him. But Pink, yeah, Pink Pill is back. I mean, the white man left. Yeah, yeah, the divestors, but nobody ain't really listening to them because they're not really. They're not. I mean, they're just saying a whole bunch of delusional shit. Like they're gonna divest for black men, but shit, go ahead. I just I just don't. I mean, it's just. I mean, there's wishful thinking and there's reality, and the reality is they're just not choosing those broads. Anyways, they're not choosing them. Um, I mean, you can think whatever you want to think, but there's there's nothing behind it. It's an empty barrel, an empty barrel. All right, bro. Yeah, it's an empty barrel. Oh boy. Anyways, man. Oh man, I don't even know what's going on, man. But anyways, man, I'm about to finish up the work day. I just want to get on here for a little bit, talk about the Pander Bears and their whores. How, you know, pandering and whoring for the Panda Bears is really not is not really going to move the needle for you. There's other means. This is not meant to be a disparaging statement. It's just um, you gotta diversify your portfolio, basically. Gotta diversify your portfolio. You can't just, you know, you can't just pander and make people feel good. You got to be able to give them other mean. You got to be able to have other means of. I don't know what the right word is. You got to be able to give some truth to constant pandering and making people feel good is not gonna work, man. But anyways, man, hold up, hold it.